A few of you have tagged us about this sword that was allegedly found on Pensacola Beach, so this is simply our response. So just for a little bit of context, in case you don't know, a few days ago, a couple who was visiting Pensacola Beach was looking for allegedly shells about 30 yards off the beach from where they were sitting at, and the husband pulled this object up out of the sand, which is obviously a sword. The couple then posted this online, it went viral, and over the last couple of days we've been inundated with questions and comments, and there's lots of different ideas about what this might be. At this point in time, we simply do not know whether this is authentic or not. And the reason for that is because we've not been able to see it up close. We've only been able to look at it from these couple of different photographs that exist online. So until we're able to actually get a good up and close view of it, to look at certain markings, certain styles, different materials that it was made out of, we cannot make a determination at this point whether it is a real artifact or whether it is a modern day replica that somehow got lost. The couple did reach out to us via email, we responded, but so far we've not been able to actually look at it up close. The second really big question that people have been asking us is, does the couple get to keep this object? So again, just for a little bit of context, in the state of Florida, we actually have a state statute, State Statute 267, that protects all archaeological sites and artifacts that are on state lands as well as state submerged lands. And state submerged lands include any bottom lands in navigable bodies of water. So think of rivers, some streams, lakes, and yes, even the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean up to a few nautical miles out. So these laws were actually created to prevent people from looting archaeological sites on state lands. They weren't necessarily intended to punish people who simply came across an artifact on state land. So that's really a decision that the Florida Division of Historical Resources would make. University of West Florida and Florida Public Archaeology Network and the Florida Division of Historical Resources are just simply interested to learn more about what this object is and where exactly it came from. Which brings me to my last and final point, and that is why context in archaeology is so important. Knowing the exact location of where an object was found and if there are any other artifacts on or near or around it is really one way that archaeologists use to actually be able to tell whether something is authentic or not, and then what it is actually part of, what actually happened at that particular site in time. As of right now, we just don't have any of that information, so hopefully at some point in time we'll be able to actually look at this object up close, find more information about where it was found exactly, and then update everyone with new information.